The healthcare battle is heating up. Democrats in the Senate are planning to hold the floor until at least midnight tonight, protesting Republicans' refusal to hold committee hearings on their healthcare overhaul. This as Democrats are reportedly weighing whether to also block routine business in the Senate. Though some in the party are concerned it could backfire and make Democrats appear obstructionist. But liberal Senator Bernie Sanders says Democrats should do whatever it takes to block the Obamacare overhaul.
I'm going to take that, unless you disagree, as a confirmation that Senate Democrats, you're in favor of Senate Democrats bringing the chamber's business to a halt to pry open.
I am in favor of the American people and members of Congress doing everything that we can to defeat that horrific piece of legislation that will hurt tens and tens of millions of people in our country.
Meantime, Senate Republican leaders are pressing for a vote on the bill by the July 4th recess. All of you are laughing at Bernie Sanders.
Laughing with,
yes.
It's the emphatic. He doesn't pause for a syllable or any nuance to massage every part of every word. He just hammers it home because this bill is horrible and the American people are going to die.
That's almost as good as your Nancy Pelosi impression,
Well,
almost.
I will combine them later in the show.
So I have to tell you, you know I can't stand Bernie Sanders, but I just read a poll, Chris, that he is the most popular politician in America. I don't know how it's possible.
That ain't saying a lot. Being the most popular politician in a country that hates politicians ain't saying that
Fair
much.
enough.
That's
it's
true,
like
too.
being the thinnest kid at fat camp. I also agree. But that being said, what do you make of what's going on? We got to get back on track with this. What do you think about what he's saying? Democrats are really good at fear-mongering, especially when it comes to Obamacare and the Affordable Care Act. What do you make of all this?
And Republicans were very good at fear-mongering about death panels and stuff like that when Democrats passed it. Democrats are just taking the Republican playbook and feeding it right back to Republicans on this, which is we're not in it. We're going to try to blow you up. We're going to try to stop you. And we're going to tell everybody you're killing people. And I think really one of the problems, if we can bump the discussion out a little bit, one of the reasons that things don't get better is that if the automatic assumption from the beginning is you hate America and you're trying to kill people. I mean, you heard what Bernie Sanders said there. It's not, I think that Republicans have a bad idea about how to improve the healthcare system. Instead, it is you want to take healthcare away from people. You're mean. You're trying to hurt these other people. So when you start at that point, it's not like you're going to find common ground to begin with. So now everybody just cuts right to the chase and says, drop dead.
Now, remember, this is the same party that's cussing at people at the top of their lungs. I mean, this is the Democratic Party thinks it's a good idea to just cuss you out if you don't agree and cuss anybody out if they think they can get some millennials on board, which is quite confusing to me. So that's that party. But with Bernie Sanders, he's just teed it up. If Republicans don't take a swing at that ball, I don't know what it's going to take. Look, they've got the talking points on this. What have Democrats done? Our last president, who was the king of their party, had to executive order to death Obamacare. Upwards of 30 times to try to fix what was broken. We know it's broken. He knew it was broken. They knew it was broken. They've got the talking points. Tee it up. Let's go.
I mean, if they get this through, it will be a good thing for the economy. It will be a good thing for small businesses. It'll be good because it will set the path forward for tax reform, which we desperately need. And it will start to grease the wheels of this economy. So the Democrats may be fearful of that. But I'll tell you this, if they're that worried about repeal and replace being that bad, then they should welcome this. They should say, go for it, Republicans, because that would theoretically help them get themselves back into office, right? Because people are going to be so upset with repeal and replace. They're worried because they actually know repeal and replace will be good for the economy.
So why aren't we hearing that from Republicans? Where is the drumbeat today? I should turn on my Twitter and my phone should have smoke coming out of it.
Yeah, but they're not doing a good on messaging at all.
Why?
But to your point, it's actually, unfortunately, if Obamacare completely implodes, if Republicans can't get it together in the Senate and this thing dies and it doesn't make it to the House in any sort of acceptable shape, then that means we are going, unfortunately, into a single-payer system. And I think that's ultimately what Democrats want, especially as the party is being pulled leftward. It's either going to be completely free market or completely single-payer. That's what happens if it implodes. And there's so many people who are now invested in the idea that healthcare is a right, that they're going to go the single-payer route. And that is a great disservice and injustice for this country.
Damn.
Preach it all day long, Kennedy. All right, we got to move on. We may soon find out if there are any tapes of private conversations between President Trump and fired FBI Director James Comey. The president's lawyer saying he'll likely address the issue in the coming days. What can we expect? Plus, a new push for former Attorney General Loretta Lynch to testify about her actions in the Hillary Clinton email investigation. Could this finally put Republicans on offense and Dems on defense?